Yeah, I fiddle with the controls. I hope you can hear me now. I think it was Aiden. I don't think Aiden gave us the sound, but that's always a case of interpretation, I think, in religion. So I hope everyone can hear me okay. First things first, since this is a tavern. Yeah, come on. I have a good beer today for the ASMR. Sound is low, okay. Let me check. Alright. So cheers guys, to the new patch. Very deserved. Okay, let me check the sound. Put that on 0 decibels. And check within voice meter. Is that better? Ah, I need a new preamp. This thing is... Is it better now? I hope it's better now. At least it's better for me. Yeah, better. Okay. Turn it down a little. Okay. I guess I hear myself twice because this is routing to... Yeah. Never mind. Naki, welcome. Welcome and cheers. I hope everybody brought his own beer. If not, I have still some left, but I think you're all too far away. How do you like the patch so far? Any feedback? Anything broken? So, okay. Voices in the head is totally fine, said by 2 out of 3 voices in my head. Broken hearts of haters. What? Now let me quickly change the music to... I have a playlist here for Tavern. With 8 songs in it, so let's see how that goes. But today I think we're going to be a bit of a different thing that we did so far. You said, is anything broken? Broken hearts of the haters. Ah, okay, now I get it. Okay. Because the last 2 days I was actually writing lore for the third era of Altea, or at least the realm of men, and I will tell you a bit about that. And after that we will do some recreational game dev, I think, for a few videos for the new website. Since on the website the old pawns are still prominent and we have new ones now. Martin, cheers. By the way, I checked if drinking on stream is allowed from Twitch because I was not sure. But if not, this is apple juice. But it is allowed. So. Okay. So let me quickly switch over so we can get a bit started. We can also continue talking and chatting. So I forgot to change the tasks again. So we're gonna do that live today as well. This is post-patch Tavern. and lore and game dev, I think. Excuse me. And what was that? Oh yeah, this was not possible. Arrow, right? Drink well-deserved beer. Talk about the third age of Altea. Render new character videos for website. Will have to grab some apple juice for myself, it seems. Yeah. Since this is a tavern, that's quite alright. And since Cloud always announces in Discord, grab a beer, I thought, why not? Alright, so the last 2 days, so today and yesterday, I was writing some lore. Especially for the time frame of what... Let me quickly change to some lo-fi. That's always better working. I like it. The games I played so far, the multi-merge, especially the game changer. Awesome. Yeah, that feature MW and Cloud put in pretty short notice, but awesome that you guys like it. Because the quality changed a few things around merging, as you might have seen. Based on the quality, there's the quality that comes out from the new item. So yeah, so yep. Let's see if that works. Hope the music is not too loud. I will turn it a bit down on my end. It's not too distracting. Laura, the algorithm for matching the right qualities needed some creativity for sure, yeah. Yeah, feel free to shoot if anybody has questions. But I'm the lore master and I'm gonna tell you a bit about lore. And as you can see, you have a legend keeper here. I have to be careful. I don't click on anything that you are not supposed to be seeing today. But I hope we'll get through it. So, as we are in the realm of men during the third era of the game, or of Altea, we are talking about Arendor. Hi Chris. Might perhaps 10k with it. Turned on the allow quality loss and the other merge. What are the main risks using those quality loss checks during multi-merge? You essentially run into the risk that you gain an item that has less quality than the items you put in. But MW has more info on that, since he has the since he wrote the algorithm. Yep. But Arendor is the empire that crumbled during the change into the third era. And the Arendorian dynasty is one that we will look at today, since this is quite important to what is happening in the game. So first off, there is the House of Arendor, and this is a small family tree here with the important people, if Legend Keeper would allow me to do that. I guess that's okay. So the two most important persons are these two. So King Orin II and his brother, his younger brother Prince Emrys, which led to the demise of the whole dynasty and the empire itself. And yeah, these are the children. these two, Queen Elara. And Adrich died at the age of 8. I'm not sure how or why, but he did. Prince Ileana is still alive, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe that will change. And Prince Eldred was murdered by Emrys. Right? Yeah, he was murdered. But essentially, the third era began when the dynasty broke down, since Prince Emrys wanted to claim the throne for himself. He was the first in line, but then these two sons of King Orin came along, and luckily for him, Adrich died, and Eldred was still there, so he assassinated Eldred, or so it is believed. And after that, King Orin did not have a right descendant to the throne, so no proper heir, since females are not allowed in this structure of the world. So Princess Ileana was just married away, basically. And yeah, Emrys started a rebellion. So this is written down here. Started a rebellion to gather up forces of all the other noble houses in the realm and to overthrow King Orin II, which was weakened first by the death of Eldred, and shortly after that Queen Elara also was killed, which left him yearning for some powerful alliances, which he didn't have at the time. And after that, we move into what is the most important thing in the game, and that is the War of the Houses. So this is where in the game you come in, since you will be owners of houses, of noble houses, and you will fight over the dominion of Arendor, or the previous dominion of the Empire Arendor. So this is the lore so far. So I could go into more detail on persons. So yeah, there's Tiberius the Great. Tiberius the Great was the founder of Arendor. That was like the start of the third era. This is a few centuries back. So, but that's essentially it right now. This will be further refined, I think. And yeah, each of those important persons will get a personality, history, and we will create something to put that out there and easy to understand for new people joining the game. But yeah, you currently don't see any of this in the game, but this is essentially where we will stand lore-wise or story-wise, and you as the player can take on the role as one of these lords. Yeah, so after the King Orin was usurped, the throne from King Orin was usurped, he fled, and Prince Emrys tried to establish himself, but that didn't work, since all the other lords didn't see him as a fit king, and they just, yeah, I guess they killed him. I'm not sure about that yet. They then tried to come to an alliance and appoint someone else for king, but that didn't work either, since they were all a bit power hungry. And this is essentially how the empire was torn apart into their own little dominions, so to say. So each lord is fighting on their own lands to establish from their own lands establish the new empire of Arendor. And yeah, this is where the game starts. You as a commander of your forces, either for a noble house or you are lord of a noble house. Yep. This will be interesting, since we will add stuff along the game. We'll add stuff, patches, and do things, and this will further progress the lore. So currently we are in the War of Houses. So this is what this is. This has been a fun change of of things, especially since we have been working on this patch for so long. Alright. Any questions to the lore? Ideas, feedback? It's not that refined as it should be, but we're getting there. So I will just quickly go to ClickUp here. But I guess the world is taking shape, which is great. I can also show you an old map I created, but that was way at the start. So this is not the map of Altea. There's a new one. But here you see Udarak. This is where Aiden fell. Yeah, so this changed drastically. I do not have the new map imported yet, but maybe that will come as well. So let me quickly check this. There was something here in the web, I think, yeah. Start a new feature. You get my understanding. Okay, Mortals blog post. Least major ones before mainnet launch, so all for mainnet release will be close to the current state, minus patch related bugs. Yeah, I think you have the gist of it. So I guess we are branching from the develop. Yes, this was the patch today. Okay, so let's see. I have to restart Unity anyway so you can read stuff. Since I always have to change the scaling of the UI because I'm a widescreen user. Yeah, I also started to do some geography here with the provinces of the Arendorian Empire, which is quite a mouthful right now. Maybe my name choice was not that good. Yeah, this will be awesome. So yeah, I should have started Unity before, because this always takes some time. And let's see how much work we have to do, because we already did all of those other videos that we have on the website. So just that you know what I mean. So it's essentially these cards here. So these are still the old characters, and I will change that. We'll see what we do with the king, since we don't have that animation anymore, I think. But yeah, the new arena's already in. Yeah. Of course, we're still trying to fit as many of our plan features as possible, but yeah, what MW says. So, Unity preferences. and then we restart. Hopefully it's faster second time. Where was the setting? UI scaling is. Alright, so put it on 125 and restart. Also, the internet problem seems to have been fixed, since I'm now able to stream at the best bitrate I can. And I also bought a new GPU, so I could really stream some Hogwarts Legacy CKY, if you're still interested. Okay, there is Unity, that was faster. Alright, so we will dock this to the left and open the C# project as well. Alright. So let me check, there is a scene for this. Marketing pawns, yeah. I have signals here, interesting. It's all blue. Why? Okay. Okay. So pawns, yeah, these are missing. So we need the new ones. Gameplay, entities, pawn, prefabs. We need hunter, knight, mage, priest. We have to see what we do with the king. But first off, we will gonna put that here. And they're way too small. Disable this one and this one. Alright. And then we need to scale them. I guess in the game we scaled them to about 1.5. But I'm not sure. Let's do 2 here. Let's put the camera here and move it here. Yeah, we need to have them bigger, right? Is that a weird? No. That should work. 2.8? Yeah, something like that. So we mostly start with a knight, hunter, mage, priest. Yes, that's the right. I don't know why we have this. Sorting, but we always do it in that fashion. Yeah, I can already see. I don't need this camera here as well, right? Yeah, from none of those. So this is the camera I was talking about, which is just in your face, or in the face of the character when you're playing. So when you select one, you can now see the selected character via this camera. So I hope you noticed that on a new patch. Okay, so let's put this here, and now we can. There's a timeline, cinematics, front, high, mid, low. How did we do that? We should probably use another angle for that. Cameras, virtuals, front. Question is if we want this the way like this. 190. Put that to 0 and that to 0 as well. So we can say we do a plus 25. But that is quite too far. Maybe a 200 here. Put a bit over. Then we also need to take a look at the shadows that are casted. Since this is not in game, I'm rendering this, I can have all the shadows I want. Lighting is on. No, it's not a static shadow caster. Where are the lights? There's a global volume with bloom. Yeah. Vignette. Alright. Some time mapping. Oh. Where are the lights? There's a light. And soft shadows resolution is too high. So if I play this. Alright, so this, yeah, I think the shadows are okay. Still a bit grizzly, but I guess that's from the general settings here. If I go to the night and yeah, go through his many components that he has. I only need the animation controller here, yeah, so it collapses all of that other stuff. Man. Okay, so we do this, right? Yes. Also, you can also see here the sword, that how big it is really. But I guess I showed that already. And if I now do the attack, it looks like this. Cloud, do you have a preference on what kind of weapons should he wield on this video? Since we can have now a variety of them. So I could go in here and say like this one or this one or any of the above. Epic one would be my preference. Okay. Green epic. Weapon equipper. That's a oh yeah, we need this one. I'm not sure if the angle is okay. I don't want it to be too frontal, but yeah, I guess that's not a problem. Okay, so there is a component for all of this, I guess. If I remember correctly, camera, cinematics, nav mesh, which is not needed today. Positions, initial target, hunter. Yes. Okay, so create a new one. Well, let me quickly check here. Should be somewhere around. So, utils, components. Animation path, connection switch, no, none of those. Yeah, I guess we have to create that. Probably best to do that in the editor part of the project, since this is only to be used within the editor. Windows. Localization, editors, build, and assets. Yeah, there's none of those. So let's create a new directory and call that one cinematics. And create a new pawn cinematic. Right. This needs to be a mono behavior component to allow to a user to play a pawn cinematic. So first off, we first need the pawn we want to work with. Yeah, I guess you can't read anything I'm doing. Pawn to use in the cinematic. Right. So we also have the timeline here. And this should essentially play on a button click, I guess. So this thing requires a component of the type playable director. Alright, so we have the director here, which we will fetch in the wake. Timeline, and then we need a public void play, which is a button in the box group of actions, since this is in the box group of settings. Starts to play the cinematic, and we essentially say director play. Right. Yeah, let's keep it like that if we need to change stuff around. Then we have signal receivers. Yeah, I guess I changed that around last time. Switch to action stance. Got it. So there are these signals here. Yes. Signal asset, signal asset. So we need to have a. So this needs to be here. Anyway, so pawn cinematic. Cinematic. Okay. This doesn't work because it's in the editor namespace, probably. Okay, then we will move it to to the other scripts and create a directory here with cinematics and move it there. Edit, delete, be gone. So this should be scoc cinematics, yes. So there's the pawn, so we'll attach that mono behavior. There it is. Pawn cinematics now, there it is. Then we have the pawn, which is the knight currently. And then we need a signal receiver here. And we need reactions to... What are these signals that we need reactions to? Okay. We have switch to action stance. Then we have trigger attack, and then we have switch to idle. This playlist is actually pretty good. So let's see. Switch to action stance. Then we need a trigger attack, and then we need a switch to idle. Yes, and we essentially want the pawn cinematic to handle all of this. I guess it would be easier to use the display pawns here, right? Since they can actually do that, and otherwise I have to do some hacky stuff. So we should probably use those. So display pawns, just to clarify what I mean, are the pawns that you can see in the formation editor. So they're basically the same as you see on the battlefield, but with some features ripped out because we don't need them to show here in the formation editor. And the same goes with this here. So there are these display variants of those. Let's put them here. I guess we scaled all of those to 2.8, which was pretty fair. Then we need to have the ordering right. Have this one and put this one in. Alright. Something else that we need is going to be an NFT type, which is the weapon. Weapon type. Yeah, this needs to be a serialized field. The box group settings. Right, so type of the weapon to use. I don't need validation here, so I could validate if the NFT type that I get is actually the right one for the pawn I have. But since this is only editor tooling, there is no problem here, I guess. But what we need to do is here in start, we need to go in, start, and say pawn. Guess I don't have reference to that stuff, but I can say get component. Weapon carrier. Right. Carriers, and for those carriers for each carriers. I will want to set apply a skin with the weapon type. So this is how we can easily set those. Will be called on Unity start. Come on. Oh guys, I just remembered on Monday a new episode dropped from The Last of Us. And I haven't watched it yet. Are you guys into the series? I guess Cloud already saw the latest episode. Nope. Yeah, I know it from WMW that you're not into it, but you should, because the games are great. Game is still better. Okay. So, yeah, I saw that you can now play it on, because I actually never played those. It was the season finale, right? No, that was like the 4th episode or what? That could not be it, right? Maybe it was the mid-season. They will add more episodes, I think, in the first season. No motivation to play. Yeah, I was in the same boat. Mid-season maybe, right? Yeah. But you can now play it on PC. Previously it was a PlayStation exclusive. But on the Epic Store you can now, I guess, pre-order it. I don't know if it's out yet. It's the remastered version. Since I got a new GPU, I will probably play it because my old GPU will can't handle the new game. Alright, so start. Probably test that. If that works how we want it to behave. Okay, play. Currently the weapon type is none, so nothing will happen. Oh, it plays on awake, right? That's not good. It shouldn't. Are these enabled? Because I can't remember where are these stored. These are stored in the recordings folder. Let me quickly check that. There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Recordings. Okay, so here are the recordings. Yeah, for that I think it's very important. I guess we can... I guess there was a thing that we can disable those, right? Medium, high, aspect ratio, include audio, no. Select recorder. Animation clip. What's the difference? Image sequence, audio, FBX. Guess we want the movie? There was a way to disable those, but it's important. I want a knight weapon, epic 2 I guess it was. So if I play now, the weapons will change. Yes, that's correct and good. PL Priest. Are there multiple? Where are they stored? There are multiple. Huh. The king has only one. This is the hunter, which has switch to action stance, attack, and switch to idle. Which I guess is okay. but essentially we only need one for the pawns. And we can throw all the others out, right? Since these are essentially what we need. And the king is a bit different, I guess. So yeah. Cinematics. We need a method for switch to play public void to action stance. Public void attack. And public void to idle stance. And we just go in and say pawn, animations, set stance, and we give it the stance of action. Simple as that. Then we have pawn, animations, set stance, stance, idle, right? And here we want to attack, where we can already say trigger attack, which is always the same. And we can test that already. But I guess I will be watching the latest episode today after the stream. But mid-season is pretty early, I guess. Only 4 episodes. Another game. Yeah. We are. It's still a game, but The Last of Us. There are 3 games right now, or the second one. Sorry, I was playing cock. Okay, no worries. The Last of Us. Yeah, I was asking if anybody's watching the series on HBO. Certainly the better alternative. Since I forgot that on Monday a new version dropped, or a new episode dropped, and I haven't seen it yet. Cloud is of the opinion that the game is still better than the series, but I haven't played the game as of yet. Maybe I should not watch the series then, but I know me, I will watch it anyways. But yeah. But it's a good game, as far as I've seen a few let's plays and stuff. But I did not get much into the story part. I'm not watching yet because my grand didn't play the games. Okay. And I believe game is better. Yeah, it always is since it's interactive, right? You're in the middle of it. Yeah, I was saying as well that I don't have consoles. The only console I have is the Nintendo Switch, which I mainly have to play on the go or in the bed. And otherwise I'm only playing PC games, and the new Last of Us, or the first version of The Last of Us, is now coming to PC, so I guess I will play that. Yeah, you're missing that. Huh. Why? Okay, now it's there. So if I go in and do this, and then I hit play. Nothing will happen, because I did not hook it up. Pawn cinematic, 2 action stance, pawn cinematic, attack, and then pawn cinematic, 2 idle stance, and test it again. Oh wow, versus movie Warcraft, lol, what a debacle. I guess Cloud has a few comments on that, but I guess he, when we talked about it, he was not that opposed to the movie. But I guess games are always better since you're in the middle of it and not on the sidelines watching it happen. Witcher, I really recommend the books to everyone. I haven't read them. The books are really great, and especially like Henry Cavill. I like the Warcraft movie actually. Yeah, I remember that. And he was essentially the best fit for the role. So Henry Cavill for The Witcher, and he was so true to the to the original concept of the games and the movie and the books. Since he's a huge fan, anyways, and Netflix didn't like that. What are you thinking, anyways? Like Netflix is adopting, or not only in Netflix, but a few bigger studios are adopting games as movies and series now. Nothing is happening. That's very interesting. Emit once. Emit signal. Track has no bound. I guess that was the problem, right? I need to create that, but I already have one. So what will happen? Nothing. Okay. This is why I have had separate timelines. So that's okay, I guess. So first off, we will do the night one. Yeah, that should work. I prefer books. Yeah, books are best, and obviously games. Game over book. No, I guess he says book over game, and after that game, and then movies or series. Right? And the movie just stopped without continue. Yeah. That's the big budget things. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Okay, nothing is happening. Why? Because there's a signal receiver here, which is bound to the cinematic. So what I was doing was correct. I only need one. And pawns. Right. So I can remove that one. Cinematics. Okay, so let's try again. Depends on which one the original medium was. Yeah, I guess that's a fair point. So if you're wondering why this is so slow, that's because it's recording three MP4s in the background, I guess. I guess it was 3. Yeah, it's 3. Quickly move to that again. God, I hate Windows. Recordings. Yeah, there should be a bunch of it here. Okay, so hi. Yeah, you see, it's smooth in here. So 30 FPS, I guess. Now that I'm seeing this, I want the trail to be much bigger. Cloud, what do you think? Like the weapon trails? I can show it again. Also 4 would be okay-ish. Okay. That's always the thing. change that as well. What is it doing? Why? Ah, because I'm moving. Where is it? There it is. Yeah, no, that looks wrong. Would be okay-ish. Alright, so night would be essentially done implementation-wise. So up next would be the hunter, which needs a bit more finesse, as I would like to say it. Any preference on the weapon here? Hunter weapon. I really like... Ah yeah, that doesn't work. I need to play. Yeah, I really like this one. But yeah, we essentially can change it if we want. So for the... Do I have access to the pawn type here, I guess? Yeah. Switch. Pawn type. And if it's a hunter, we attack hunter, which is a method that doesn't exist yet. And then we break for now. There's only this for now. Yeah, essentially what we need to do is we need to get the tool. Yeah. Get component. Basically, this is stuff that the display pawn should already expose, I guess. Acquire component, type of pawn animation events, and type of tool animation events. And I guess it wouldn't hurt to add the MISC. Ah yeah, it's called handler now. Animation event handler and tool animation event handler. Yeah, correct. Then I guess it would make sense to create something like a struct here, which is called animations, where we have the public animation controller. Then we have MISC animation handler, MISC event handler, pawn animation event handler, pawn event handler, and the tool animation event handler, tool animation event handler, right. And yeah, we need those here. So animation controller, put that above. Ah, I already had this, right? I did not have to do that. Pawn equip. I'm sorry. I don't know my code. What does he want? The item. An item. Yeah, that makes kind of sense. But I want one with item type, right? Which is easy to do. same implementation as above. And then we just, yeah, we just need to pass the NFT type, to be honest. NFT type here. And here we say, I don't care. We return if this isn't there, and otherwise we just say NFT type correct. NFT type to set param. Yeah, that's correct. So I can go in and say this. All right, that works. Sorry, I closed the display one. Animation controller. Then we have the MISC animation MISC events handler. MISC animation event handler. Pawn event handler. Pawn animation event handler. And last but not least, tool. So a weapon is also a tool here. This is why we need that. And then we just say animations is a get private set, which essentially is this. And then we say animations equals new animations with all these fields. Controller is the animation controller, MISC is the MISC event handler, pawn is the pawn event handler, and tool is the tool event handler. Alrighty. This will break some stuff, which is okay, because we can fix it. Where is it? Controller. Awesome. So this is that fixed, and now we can say controller here as well, and above as well. And what we need to do here, the whole reason I did that is that we can say animations. Tool animation events handler on tool action. We add a local listener. I guess. Yes, that would make sense. Handle tool action. Nope. We will also have a promise here. That is going to be resolved. Promise resolve. Once we receive it. So we can do something like, yeah, that's not correct now, but that will be. Give me a minute. Async. Await promise, and after that, to clean up, we will do remove this now. So if I guess I create that, you will tell me I need this. Just okay. Params, which I need to prefix with that. Alright. Used implicitly. Where is it? Used implicitly? Yeah. Used implicitly and used implicitly. Take that and move that down. Alright. Getting shit down fast. So what are we doing here? We are nice if yeah, It makes sense to do this here by myself. So carrier, pawn, get component. Why is he doing that? And we want a weapon carrier. A bow carrier to be exact, right? Yes. And here we want to say weapon use. To use this, we need a bow context. I don't know how these are constructed because I do this in Visual Scripting. A bow context has a hit, a target position. Yeah, I want that one. So we're going to simulate a hit here, which a new hit. It actually, come on. There's no need to fill it with anything. I guess there's an empty. Or is this just a from? Okay. So this is an empty hit just to build this, and then we need a target. Dot position. Right. And this we need to set here. What this is actually pawn dependent, but that's okay. So here we need a transform with target of the attack. Alright, and then we have the context here. This should be async, so we can await this one. Awesome. So this is essentially what we're actually doing in Visual Scripting now with the abilities, but we can do this in code as well, which is pretty cool. So now if we attack, we trigger the attack, we say if it's a hunter, we move into this one, we await this, then we use this. Essentially how we do this in Visual Scripting. And we just need to set that up, I guess. Arrow target position, there is something here already. So let's see if that works for us. Since things changed. Where is that? That's actually pretty far off, but I guess it needs to be higher. Something like that. 3.25. Go back. Put that in. Yeah. Then we do this and we see what happens. Play. Okay, I guess a little higher. And I want to disable those rendering threads. Development, for games, recordings, yeah. First off, why are they still there? We actually lock. If I lock this, what will happen? I can mute it. Yeah, that was it. That was this button. Alright. So now if I do this, it should be a bit smoother. So this is the window we want to be looking at. Okay, that's probably a bit too high. 3.5, I guess. sweet spot. Okay, so Hunter's working as well, so probably need stuff to be added, a bit more lighting, etc. But I need to go over with the team here, so we can all agree on something. First off, I just want to get it working here, so... But it seems to be alright. Attack implementation for the Hunter pawn. I always want to write character now, since we used that public facing, but it's still pawn in the code. Handles the signal to move into the action stance. Handles the signal to attack. And handles the signal to move into the battle stance. Alrighty. So the B is empty. I have backup, but it's only water this time. Alright, Hunter, Knight done, basically. So next up would be the Mage. Question is, do we need the particles here? Cloud, do we need the particles here? If not, this should be... Ah yeah, sorry, I did not change the target. Then it should be pretty straightforward, since this should work like this. Oh, darn. Probably we can skip the rocks. Yeah, we can skip. That's easier for me. But things are weird here, and I don't know why. We'll find it out. Also, the grip is not correct. So right now, probably can change that as well. Huh. Let's move to the staffs. And there is something here. Attack. Attack. Charge scale, attack effect, impact scale, range per unit. I guess there was a value here, where we would say where the stuff is spawning, right? Because that's way too high, I guess. Staff impact location. Yeah, that is that. But that's the actual location here, so... That's the impact effect. So the impact effect is happening here, and we get the location here. Ah, we probably did not get a hit. Is that it? That's probably it. Let's attach the debugger and find out. I will quickly open a window. Camera is following me again. But it does its job really good. So. Ground check mask. I guess I need a ground object because I'm actually using that for, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. So I don't need the debugger right now. I just need to go in and add a ground, which is not the issue here, I guess. How will I do this? Yeah, add a grid empty, but I actually want it to be on top. Everything else, so let's move that about. To here, and then we just add a ground and a box collider here. This can be thin. But essentially needs to be 0.1, and then we added the actual confines here. So it probably makes sense just to do it in the middle of it. Here. Let's see if that, yeah. Okay, so this has the ground, and now if we play it, it should work. Play. Always takes a bit of time. Okay, so we are spawning this where? Impact. Visual effects, right? That's the charge, impact effect. We set the scale to impact scale. And where do we spawn it under? It has no parent, but it probably should have. And as parent, we should probably use a transform here. Uh-huh. 0.1 up, yeah. And now he's telling me that won't work. Yeah, which makes a lot of sense because that can't work. But as a parent, I probably need myself as... Why is he doing that? There's some shortcut I'm always hitting. I don't get it. Parent, right? Yeah, guess that's okay. It needs to be a vector here. Let's see. So the problem here is that the prefab I'm spawning is independent of the scale of the pawn that's, or the character that's spawning it. And to change that, we need to have it correctly parented, which we haven't right now. Which is not a problem in the game, but it's a problem here. I guess it doesn't work. I know why it doesn't work, because it's always local. It's always relative to the parent here, which is not good. The word here. A space. And if you go in and say public space, position space, or transform space, and by default it's always local. Let's call it space. Space of the position and rotation to instantiate that. And now it's local by default, so this should go away. Awesome. We're going to say that space is space here. Space of the position. I guess we need those to be, yeah. We need position space and a rotation space, because they could be different. They aren't right now, but they could. And this is local by default as well, right? Yes. Space of the rotation. Space of the position. Alright. Position space. Then we have space local. No. Space of the rotation. Rotation space. Got it. So when we instantiate, well, dang, I have a space here. I don't need those. Why didn't I see that? Okay. Now it's dependent on the space we give it, but which is okay. Guess. So we can go in and say instantiate it in the space of world. Why doesn't it work? No, okay, that's not my space. I want this point world. Yes, that's correct. So we give it the parent, also give it the position, which is in world space, the rotation, which is also in world space, and the scale is always local. Oh, I miss my prawn crackers. Those would be great right now. Okay, so let's Where was it? Let's wait for it to stop and then do it frame by frame. Okay, it is there, but it's pretty low. Right. P stuff broken impact. I guess we need to pull up the ground here. That's confusing, to say the least. Okay, so let's just test this. This was an error because I was in a local space before. Okay. Play. Why is it so far below? This should actually be up here, right? And then it should be actually way more up here. I'm sorry, I moved the wrong thing. That's minus. How? This is positive and this is negative. So if I put this as negative here, it would work then. That's actually pretty weird. If I go in and test again. So we have, there it is. So we can see the raycast here. But it's still fairly below. size is okay now. Now I just need to place it correct. So we say the parent is, well, it's actually, I know what the problem is, because yeah, the parent is moving, and so are we. That makes a lot of sense. So we should actually parent that to the weapon carrier, which is the pawn itself. Okay. Do I have that information here? I don't, but I can pass it in, because the skin has that, yeah. And if I say staff here and then carrier, yeah, we have that here. Yeah, we need that. Okay, so we should save that in a variable. Carrier. A weapon carrier. Carrier of the staff. Public void set carrier. We can actually say staff carrier here if we ever need more info here. And then we just set carrier to carrier. Sets the staff carrier. Okay, we need to set this and here, so we say visual effects set carrier is staff dot carrier, which is obviously a weapon carrier. Where do I get this from? Is this so far up the chain? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I guess it makes sense to change this to set staff, and we just pass the staff along. Create that. Staff. Take that to the other place. Right, do this. Stuff of the skin. Put that away. Sets the stuff of the skin. Stuff to set. And finally, we will. What will we do? Where is it? There it is. Staff dot carrier dot game object. Transform. Sorry. Since this is fixed in that moment, that should work. Yeah. Then the scale is always relative to the pawn carrying the weapon, which is fine. Unity? Did I? Ah, okay. I added a breakpoint here by accident. So let's do this again. Yes, that's better. So let's see it in fluency. Also, while I'm here already, I can fix the grab. What do we have here? So let's get to the mage here and search for animation controller, get onto the action stand. So there is a bit of a wrong placement here, which you can see. And I will just go in and correct that tiny bit. And global. Yes, that seems right. Copy component. Then we just move into here and say paste values. Oh yeah, I could have done it here. But anyhow, we also need this here. Awesome. So right now it also would make sense to just say that this is a serialized mono behavior to get a dictionary. Dictionary, thank you. From pawn type to NFT type. So essentially weapon types, the weapons that we want to use, so we do not have to change them all the time. So let's field, box group, settings. Alright. Mapping from pawn type to NFT type that should be used as a weapon. And then we go in and say weapon type. First off, do we have anything? Contains a pawn type. If it doesn't, we return, so we need an exclamation mark here. Otherwise, we just get what we want and set that. Alright. So now we need to decide on which staff the mage should use here. Right, because that's the broken one. I'm not sure. It probably would make sense to give him the one from Gandalf, since he looks kind of like Gandalf. Where's cinematics? There it is. Weapon types. So for the knight, we want to knight weapon epic 2. For the hunter, I guess for now I added this one, I guess. We can change that easily. And mage weapon. Don't know which one it is. But if I play now, it should be a different staff. Yeah, it is. And if I do this, there should also be different things here. there are. Got it. So mage done, basically. Last and final one. Would be the priest. So the priest will be interesting. Priest, weapon, I don't know, give him this one. Because I guess we want to see the lightning strike, so we need a case here. Priest. Attack. Come on. Break. Rename this to hunter attack. Create this one and move it down. Tech implementation for the priest pawn. Alright. I guess I also need to do kinda the same thing that we did here. Then get the book carrier here. And we need a different context, obviously. This one wants it. Yes, I want the attack one. The target is a game object. Yes, that's probably not good. Because I guess I'm using that. Target, using that to use the locations here, and in that case I don't have a location. But I could also add something like public async void attack vector 3 target hit, and then we also need implementation for that. Yeah, we did that because we changed it based on what's happening. It makes a lot of sense. But there is default, so I could go in and say tasks might vector 3 target hit sound effect SFX. So put away with that. Default smite amount target plus the default hit sphere radius. Got it. Await VFX smite target hit SFX smite. Yeah, we need that. Text a given. So we can put that away, which, yeah, there's only the K wrong here. And then on book. probably call this target position public vector 3. This is inspectable and cannot be null. Target, yeah, it should actually be able to be null. Target position to attack or heal. Right. And then we just say usage target position can be this. Target position. And here we say this is null. 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 Position to attack or heal. Target position to attack. Got it. Then we need this one, but with different values. We essentially don't have a target. We have a target position here. Target position. And now it would make sense to have a private void. Is this a task? No. Tag implementation. Where we get the context in. Context. And if the context is a target, we do this. As we say, scan attack. If context target position has a value, we say attack context target position context hit value. There's always a hit here. Ah, sorry, I need a value here, right? Come on. Dot value. Come on. There it is. Got it. And then we just say above tag context. And now we should be able to do this. Book context attack. Target. Right, why doesn't this work? And then let's just say, I'm sorry. What's wrong? Vector 3, right? Sorry. I have a position here, obviously. So it also would make sense to add this as a dictionary here. To just say transform targets, new. Yes. Mapping from pawn type to targets. And in the case of this, I have a target here, targets, pawn key, key type, I'm sorry. And if there is no such thing as a target for the pawn we are actually using, we cannot attack. So we use that here and essentially do the same below. What? I copied it, right? I cut it, okay. And then we use this here. All right. So let's test that. Oh yeah, we need the target. Initial position, create empty priest. Smite target position. And then we need the priest here, and then we just need to say you hit somewhere here. I guess. For the hunter we have this one, and for the priest we have this one. Ah yes, the same problem that we had before with the... There was also something here which was weird. What was that? It spawned there. Yeah, always the same problem. But look at those tiny, tiny smite hits. Such a mighty priest. And then there are those tiny. Okay, I guess. But what is this here? Ah, that's the charge. Got it. Why is it spawning there? Here you see, there is always something. So let's check visual effects. Charge. Huh. There's a parent with the location. Ah, did I move? No, that should be okay. Charge location. Right? Then we scale it up with this here. That's weird. Let's debug that. Put that away. This is more important here. Okay. Yeah, then we are here. The charge location is static feet. So the location that we're going to get is null. Why is that null? Locations. Where do we get locations from? Charge up, attack begin. Locations. Set book. On skin changed. Is this called? It must be, I guess. Otherwise the animation would not work. Those tiny smites. Do you see launch before summer starts? Probably. But you have to wait for the correct announcements, because I'm just a guy babbling along. Now we will see. You are one of the first to know, I guess. There, that's a book. And then if we set the book here, then we have the carrier. The carrier should be the priest. And then, yeah. Oh. Something went wrong here. There are no locations. Yeah, display pawns don't have locations. Only the hunter has one. Oh, that is weird. That should not be how it should be. So if we delete that and delete all of those display pawns as well. We delete them only. Go in and do this. Call them display. Correctly would be good. We don't need a king display for now. Then we say display here and display here. Knight doesn't have one. So now we go in and say, yeah, I guess I wanted to get rid of the camera, but I can just, because I can delete those and I can delete that, and then I just add display pawn. That's it. Knight display pawn, so same thing. Remove the camera and remove that. Add display pawn component, display pawn. Right. Mage display. Same here as well. Delete. Delete. Display pawn. And priest. This one is a display pawn. Alrighty. So if we go back in here and pull all of our display pawns in. Move the knight to top, select all of those, 2.8 on all axes. There we go. So, I guess the charging should work now. Here it does. Okay. But the smites are the problem. Smite. There it is. The visual effects. We don't set them apparent. We should. And we should set the parent to... I don't have a book here. Should probably set this. Set book. And I guess this is the last thing we're gonna do here. And there's cleanup and rendering those, but owning book sets the owning book to set. Set animation, set book, yeah. So here we are, visual effects, set book. We actually do that here, and then we say book carrier transform. Book carrier transform, and we want it to be in word space. Yeah, it's the wrong space. Well, thank you. Yes. So let's see if that works. Play. Yeah, those are the size that I want them to be. Let's look at it in the game view. Alright. Yes, I guess that should be it today. I guess it went pretty smooth. I did not think that I would be able to fix the priest today, but that worked. There was still problems, but I guess that's always the case, as HipKid already said. But yeah, I think that should be it for today. Thank you for being part of today's tavern, and I hope you like the juicy information about the lore that I'm currently writing. There will be announcement for that, so everybody knows what's going on in the game. And yeah, have a great rest of the week, have a great weekend, and I'll see you around until next Wednesday. So until then, take care and bye guys.